All right. Let me share this video a few times. Of course, Q's the first one here.
What else is new? And you didn't hear none of the albums as usual.
Yeah, ain't nothing really came out this week, and I was just like, ugh.
Nah.
I swear this is a beautiful day outside. It's not too hot, not too warm.
Mm-hmm.
This is how Sunday should be. Sipping on some green tea. Speaking of Ashley, I was actually hanging out with her because she came to town yesterday
Oh
or
yeah.
this weekend. Yeah,
That's what's up. How she doing?
she doing good. She is doing good. Shout out to Ash. I didn't even know she was coming to town. She just surprised me, and I was like, "Oh shit!" All right, so a lot of people are giving Jill Scott some flack.
What she do now?
She pretty much said Chris Brown is dope.
I saw that.
So I guess you can't have an opinion and shit. I don't know.
Fuck what they think.
I'm about to start this in about 3 more minutes and just share it to a few more people. All right, I think I'm about to be ready. You got these albums right around.
Yep.
Got you. That's what the fuck we do. That's what the fuck we do. Wait 1 second. How's your family doing?
They good. They chilling.
All right. All right. Well, I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to building with me. What up, boy?
Yep.
How you doing?
Chilling.
All right. And today we got a double review I want to show y'all today. You know what I'm saying? This is technically a half re-review, half new review. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be Erykah Badu with Baduizm. And yes, I
Nice.
got this and the vinyl because I'm that dude. And I got the live album. Also, both came out in 1997. You know what I'm saying? Technically, I did a review on Baduizm. That was like one of my first YouTube reviews I've done and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that was a great ass review. My opinion really haven't really changed, but you know me, I always have to do shit way better and stuff like that too. But Baduizm came out I think it came out February 11th, 1997 on a KDR, which was under Universal. Um yeah, since this is the first time but you were talking about Eric, right? I'm gonna ask how you got into it.
Got into with Evil D used to play on and on his show on Hot 97 like Mondays at 10.
Hmm.
He played it for weeks before the video came out, before the album came out, and I kept hearing it. But I'm like, when it's set, I kept hearing the song. I'm like, who the hell is this? Because like the way she was singing was different, even for 97, and she had like a kind of like a doo-wop sound, you know,
Right.
the way that she sang on and on, and then like the beat was just dope, and so he kept playing it for weeks, and then I saw the video. I was like, oh, this is the song I've been hearing on Evil D show, and then I got the album. When the album dropped, I got the album. I think by the time the album came out, Next Lifetime was out, and then we heard about she was with Andre 3000, and they had a kid together. You know what I'm saying? But she was just dope. She was just different type of energy to R&B at that
Right.
time, and you know she was just great. You know what I'm saying? The album is dope, and I went to see her in concert in 2006 at Radio City, and with the Roots. The Roots was there. Black Star, Common. Dave Chappelle was there. Actually, he was in the audience, and he came up on stage and did like some comedy. It's just like right after he left Comedy Central,
Oh wow.
and that was the show. That was the show I told you about where Jay Z was there. Like Jay Z came out at the end, right when they were
Yeah.
about to like go off, and he came out with the stage crew, but he had a hoodie over his head, so nobody knew it was him. And then he,
Yeah.
he took off the hoodie he had a mic in his hand, and he did a public service announcement in encore. Crazy show, crazy show. That show was like one of the best, and she was dope. Dope, to see her live, and she killed it. And I've been a fan of her ever since On and On dropped. So
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, man, I've always been a fan of hers and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like she's one of the most influential R&B artists of all time. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it gets to the whole neo soul and neo soul phasing up with D'Angelo's and the Maxwell's and so on and so on. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm just so glad I'm finally able to get like a majority of her albums and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of her albums, I'm not gonna hold you. It's not like it's hard to come by, but at the same time, it's just that you gotta know where to look and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
So yeah, this is definitely can't wait to talk about this one. All right. For those who don't know who Erykah Badu is, I mean, you guys should definitely know. She is a fucking singer coming from, excuse me, Dallas, Texas, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Her mother raised her and separated from her father and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And she actually started out dancing and singing when she was 4 years old, when she was dancing at the Dallas Theater Center and the Black Academy of Art and Letters. But then she also became interested in hip hop as well too, and she always just had that love for hip hop. And she's actually started freestyling the local radio station and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And the way, because she changed her name, not changed the name, but she changed the spelling of the name, because her name is spelled Erick, but she spelled it Erykah. You know what I'm saying? Because that Kah signifies her inner self, because she felt like Erica was more like a slave name, if that makes sense too. You know what I'm saying? So when she graduated from high school, you know what I'm saying, she actually studied theater at the Grambling State University, and she actually left the university to focus more on music, and she took a lot of what jobs to support herself and whatnot. And then that's when she actually excuse me, she actually had a demo, and she got in the hands of Kedar Massenberg. And Kedar Massenberg, at that time, he's pretty much the guy that was instrumental in Erykah Badu's career. Let's keep it real. He also worked with people like Freestyle Fellowship. He produced most of Chico DeBarge's Long Time No See, which we have to talk about that album.
Oh
That's
yeah, for
something
sure.
we
I
definitely
got
gotta talk.
that. That was a great one.
Yeah. And to a lot of people, he was the one that coined the term neo soul. You know what I'm saying? So that's when he was working on this album with her and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? And so fast forward to 1997, this album was released and shit. You know what I'm saying? So very, very, very dope. Singles albums known for are On and On, Next Lifetime, Other Side of the Game, and Apple Tree. She was very influenced by Brandy. It's Brandy's debut album when she did this one, especially songs like I Want to Be Down and always on my mind and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? And at that time Brandy was that girl and shit like that too, So
Yep.
I mean, yeah, man, fucking fire. So this is the album cover right here and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Very dope. We got the CD
Yeah.
and shit. And let me show y'all what the vinyl looks like. I don't think I showed y'all what the vinyl. Yes, yes. All right, give me one quick second. All right. So we're gonna start off with the first song with the rim shot intro. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Oh, I forgot producers. Producers include Mataku Chinua, Bob Power, Jaboy Jamal, Ike Lee III, Erykah Badu, The Roots, Richard Nichols, James Poyster, Tone the Backbone, Jafar Baron, and Robert Bradford. Alright, and also too, I forgot to mention, she really got her most of a breakthrough when she did a duet with D'Angelo, the song Your Precious Love, which they did that for the soundtrack. Let me see what the soundtrack. High School High, High School High soundtrack and shit. So yeah, so Rimshot intro, nice way to kick off the album. Just very jazzy, very stripped down and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you guys should know Rimshot is like a part for drum, but the way she's talking about it, it's more like a sexual innuendo. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much, So if you guys know what I mean, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I thought it was dope. This is started off the intro. Um, the beat was fire. She's saying, I came to hear the drummer play boom, clack. Like how the drummer would play the beat, and I think it was dope. Just a dope intro. It started off,
Right.
it was no, it was a different type of intro. It wasn't like the regular type where they talking or it'd be like a couple seconds, and this intro was dope.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a different time intro. And then we're gonna lead into On and On, which is pretty much a debut song. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite songs of all time, to be real. You know what I'm saying? Just the way she started that shit off. Excuse me. Very, very, very dope song. This song actually won the Grammy for Best Female R&B Performance in 1998 Grammy Awards. And you know how we do. We gotta see who the other recipients and shit. Shaka Khan's Summertime. Mariah Carey's Honey. Okay. Patti LaBelle's When You Talk About Love. And Whitney Houston, I Believe in You and Me. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, Erica. That was definitely Erica's. I mean, the Whitney song definitely was a banger, but yeah. And that song was also nominated for a couple of VMAs as well too. You know what I'm saying? The way she's singing this song definitely is like reminiscent of like Billie Holiday and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This definitely was one of the songs that I remember that got me into her music
Hmm.
and just the way she was singing and shit. You know what I'm saying? So definitely one of my favorite songs and a classic in the neo soul genre.
It was like she was singing at the Cotton Club over like a
Right,
hip hop beat. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like I said, like it was just different. Like she wasn't singing like everybody else in '97. You know what I'm saying? So like for her first
exactly.
single, like something that stood out, which is why they played it. Even the bass line for it was different. And I love it. It's a
Yeah, it was.
classic record.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that, bro. I definitely agree with you. Track number 3, Apple Tree. Another very dope track right here too. With this song, she's talking about how apple tree gives the right wisdom and the right direction in life. You know what I'm saying? Very, very dope. I love this track right here. Very it has like a very quirky kind of melody, but still soulful at the same time too. So
Hmm.
love this one.
Yes, love it. Love the beat, and she's singing. And if you don't want to be down with me, you don't want a piece of my apple tree. Dope ass track. I remember the radio was playing that a lot. I thought I was gonna be a single. They definitely played that a lot when the album came out, and that's always been like one of my favorites on this album.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Yeah, definitely. And like I said, this album is very different from what was coming out at that time. Because you gotta remember, '97.
Hmm.
That was like Share My World, Velvet Road,
Yeah,
Butterfly,
yeah,
and then this album came out, and it just took people back, set people back a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
next track, Other Side of the Game. This was produced by The Roots and Richard Nichols. And you can pretty much say it's like one of those early Soulquarian tracks right here. You know what I'm saying? Very dope song. One of my favorite songs again. You know what I'm saying? Love the singing she was doing right here. And it's pretty much tells a story about loving a man who's pretty much caught up in that life and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And but at the same time too, she is expecting a baby from him and whatnot too, and she wants to stand by him just for the sake of the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So very deep song, and I love the drumming from Questlove most definitely when it came to this track right here too. This is another song I can say is definitely a neo soul classic. Actually, fuck, it's a classic song in general.
What you gonna do when they come for you? Love that.
Bum
She
bum
sang
bum
it.
bum.
Boom, 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 boom. She sang it beautifully. It was nice, slow ballad. Really melodic. I love the horns on it, the pianos, and yeah, just a great track. And in the video, you got Andre 3000. That was her boo at the time, and this was dope. This was a classic record.
I definitely agree. Classic indeed. All right, next track is sometimes mix number 9. Just like a little short track right here where she drops like a little freestyle and whatnot. And it's crazy too because she definitely had a lot of love for the hip hop culture and shit like that too. And hip hop culture even
Right.
embraced her on a few times. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites on this album as well.
Yeah, this was dope, and she it's basically like a skit where she's saying pick your afro daddy because it's flat on one side, and again it had like Cotton Club vibes the way that she was singing it, with the horns on it, and it was dope and nice little skit.
Definitely. Which leads into my favorite track from this album, Next Lifetime. Yeah, this is still my favorite track, period, when it comes to Erykah Badu, you know what I'm saying? Produced by Tune the
No,
Backbone.
we skip sometimes.
I thought we just talked about sometimes.
Sometimes it's after Other Side of the Game, and then Afro drink. Is it
Oh, the
different on your
version I
line?
the version I got is Next Lifetime after sometimes.
Oh, what track 4 for me is Other Side of the Game, and then sometimes it's track 5, and then track 6 is Next Lifetime, and then track 7 is Afro.
Yeah, we just talked to I just talked about sometimes how she was rapping and shit.
No, I thought we was talking about Other Side of the Game just now, and then my bad. So we
You-
just talked about sometimes.
Yeah,
Oh, so yeah, sometimes it's dope. It had a dope beat. It was short. I don't know why they had the short snippet for that, and then it has like later on the full version.
I guess they want to just do that just for dramatic effect. You know how these people be.
Right.
hmm All right. Next track we got is Next Lifetime. My favorite track on this album, you know what I'm saying? The video is one of my favorite videos of all time too. You had like Andre 3000, Method Man, Pete Rock. You know what I'm saying? It tells a story about how a girl's in love, and love is in this relationship, but then she has this guy that's pretty much wants to be with him, but she has more chemistry with him. But she feels like in the next lifetime they'll probably be together and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The video, I love the video because they pretty much put her like in different times and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And I think the first time it starts off like with her being a slave or some shit, and then you get into like the civil rights movement, and then you get to the more futuristic. It's a very, very, very dope video and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? Classic song. One of my favorite songs on this album.
Yeah, I love the beat for this. Beat Mine is. I think that's probably why Evil D kept playing it on the show because Beat Miners did it and had like that.
Oh, for real?
It was even if for the Beat Miners at that time it was a different track because they didn't really do R&B. Like at that time they were doing shit for everybody on Duck Down. So for them to like venture out and do something different in R&B was different for them and I love the beat. It was melodic. And like you said, like the video, like I wonder why they picked Pete Rock and Method Man for that video. You know what I'm saying? Because Andre's in it. Andre was with her at that time. But why Pete? How did Pete Rock and Method Man get that the placement in the video? I always wanted to know that.
Same.
And in the video, like for each era, she's with somebody in the video. She was with Andre, then she was with Pete Rock, and then Method Man, and it was a dope video. But I always love this song like this, the way that she sang it and classic ballad.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, Next song we got is what's the next one? Afro freestyle skit. Just pretty much an ode to an afro and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very, 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 very dope. I love the beat today. Just a little freestyle. Nothing to it.
Now this is the freestyle the skit I was talking about where she like talking about pick your afro daddy because it's flat on one side and it had like a real Cotton Club jazz feel to it and that's what she was about like just Afro centric vibes to her, to her music. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed it.
Right. All right. Yeah, definitely. Excuse me. Track number 8, certainly fire. Another fire ass track right here. You know what I'm saying? Again, like another jazzy, like a jazzy track. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Love the instrumentation on this one. Definitely had like a very Harlem Nights kind of feel to it. And
Yeah.
there's actually two versions of this track. We're gonna talk about the other version later and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of the song meaning has come to a lot of different interpretations and
Right.
whatnot too. Erica has said that this song was pretty much about Africans being brought to America and being forced to whitewash. But then there's other things where you can also infer a woman out looking for love and trying to be independent as well too. So it's like one of those songs where it can have different kind of meanings. So yeah, this is definitely another favorite of mine.
I love it. And, another album banger. Was this one is like more jazzy, more of a jazz feel to it. The pianos on it, the bass line, the way that she sang it, and then you got like the other version. But this one I like. I like this one because it's like she showcased that I'm not only R&B, but I could do jazz if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? I could do hip hop soul if I wanted to. I like that.
Right. Next song, Four Leaf Clover. Another one of my favorite tracks on this album. Excuse me. This song was actually a cover of a Atlantic Starr song. You know what I'm saying? I think this song came out like in 1982. I think on a Radiant album. You know what I'm saying? Which I always loved that album. To be real with you,
Like,
Very dope. Very, very, very dope. I kind of like this version a bit more than the Next Star version, to be real with you, but it's still a very, very fire track.
this is dope. This is banging. I love the beat for this song. Is the piano arrangements, bass line, everything. This could have been a single too. Like every almost every record on here could have been a single. So I
I
definitely
agree.
think it's a strong album cut.
All right. Next song is called No Love. Another fire track right here. Definitely a fire track. Pretty much, what I got from this track right here is the fact that this guy who keeps mistreating her and whatnot too, and how you claim you love somebody, but at the same time you just do her like that. Very, very, very dope. It's one of those heartbreak kind of songs, and I love it how descriptive the lyrics can be. So another fire track.
Definitely, and I loved like the static noises on it. So it had like that old school vintage feel with the crackling of the record noise on it, and beat the bass line. And this was a banging track.
Definitely. It just gives it the old time radio feel to it.
Yeah,
Our next track we got is Drama. Another one of those philosophical tracks I love. She's just talking about the issues that's going on in the world today and how it's gonna lead to the issue that's gonna happen in the next generation. But she wants to see a brighter future for the next generation, hope that they can do better than the previous generation. A very relevant song, especially in today's day and age. But yeah, classic record. I love that beat to it too.
hmm 6 minute track too. You know what I'm saying? And she killed it. The beat was fire. The bass lines, the hi hats on it was sounding crisp. I loved it.
Yeah, this is a must listen to a lot of fans and shit.
Yeah,
All right, next track. Sometimes another fire track right here. You know what I'm saying? It's like another like heartbreak kind of song. To be real with you, where it's like you like somebody, but at the same time you dislike. It's like you love them, you don't love them, and whatnot too. And there's actually another version of the live album, which we're going to talk about, by Yayo and everything like that too. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, this was another very dope track.
yeah. I love this. The full track we finally get. It was banging. It was hip hop soul. The beat was fire. The bass line sounded great. This is like one of my favorites on it.
I agree. Next track we got is excuse me, certainly flipped it. Now this is the one with the Cool and the Gang sample. I kind of like this version better.
Yeah,
It uses the Summer Madness sample, which I know that's been used by a lot of people, but the way how Erica used it, she definitely one of the best ones to use this one and shit. So and this is one I'm not really mad about either. So I like this one.
this is like the boom bap mix.
Right.
Certainly, the like if you gave any rapper at that time the beat, they would have killed it. You know what I'm saying? Like the beat was just fire. The bass line, the sample, Cool in the Gang joint, which is sampled by everybody at this point. So
Exactly. Yeah, man. Definitely one of my favorite Cool Gang songs. And the last song we got is the Rim Shot outro, which is picking up where the first Rim Shot left off. You know what I'm saying? So I like that one too.
yeah, this is dope. Same beat from the intro.
Yes. So overall, again, this is a classic album, hands down. Must have in your collection. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely one of the strongest R&B debuts you guys will come across. Do I feel like it's her best album? Honestly, yeah, I do feel like it's the best album, but I feel like each album that came out after that is not a disappointment, which we'll talk more about that when we get to Mama's Gun next week. So this is a 5 out of 5.
I love it. I think it's a great mix of neo soul, hip hop. It's like a boom bap R&B album.
Right.
And like just having like the roots on there and the beat miners on the R&B album was just dope. And she sang great, and she could sing on jazz, she could sing on R&B or hip hop tracks. She's done it all. When you had joints like Certainly and Apple Tree and On and On, Next Lifetime, Other Side of the Game, so many like great records off of this album. Like I
Yes.
said, like every record she could have came out with as a single.
I
And
definitely agree with you.
to come out like with her first album and basically like never heard of her before until On and On, and at a time when you had like Janet was out in '97, and Mariah and Joe, Chico DeBar, John A, and I think she had like at least top five R&B album of '97. So five might say,
She had the best for me.
yeah. I mean, it
Sure.
was good. Like I love Velvet Rope, but I love and Butterfly. So I'm putting it like top five for me in that top three, top five.
Right.
'97 was a strong year for like rapping R&B. So
I agree. Yeah, 97 one of my top 5 years for R&B.
yeah,
Like
yep.
so much bangers.
Oh yeah,
Baduizm, LSG's first album,
LSG, yeah.
Boys to
My
Men
Way, Usher.
Evolution, My
That's my
Way,
favorite. My favorite Usher album. Yeah,
yes, Velvet Rope, like you mentioned. I mean, so many bangers came out that
yeah.
year. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of another banger, I'm gonna also mention the live album as well. It came out months after Baduizm, November 18th to be exact, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It only came out with one single. It was called Tyrone, which everyone knows that track right there. You know what I'm saying? Classic. This one was produced by Kedar Massenberg, Erykah Badu, and Norman Hunt. So pretty much after the release of Baduizm, she actually got involved with Andre. Well, kind of before she got involved with Andre 3000, and by the time she finished up this album, Baduizm, she actually got pregnant with Seven and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So she actually did this album while she was pregnant and stuff. Like not a lot of people know that when it comes to this live album and shit. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm really only gonna talk about like the newer songs on this live album. To be real, but if we do, I'm gonna mention certain tracks which I do like. Some tracks like the Next Lifetime,
Mhm.
Other Side of the Game. I kind of like those better than the Baduizm version. I'm not gonna hold you, just
Right.
more jazzy and more smoother and shit. But she also did some cover songs on this album as well too. And this album was nominated for Best R&B Album at the 1999 Grammys. But let's see who it lost to. 1999. Of course, Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Other nominees: Brandy's Never Say Never, classic. Aretha Franklin's A Rose Is Still a Rose. That was pretty cool. That was pretty solid.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah.
we have to talk about that Aretha album one day because that has some. Lauryn Hill did some production. I think Jermaine Puffy did some production on that one.
Yeah.
And Maxwell's
Yeah.
Embryo, another one that came from. You said what?
Yeah. Great album.
Right, Embryo, another one that came out in '97. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Miseducation was sweeping the awards at that time, so I'm not going to really get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? So this is the album cover right here. You know what I'm saying? I like the whole butterfly as the wings and everything like that too.
Well, you tell us what the album is. I didn't listen to live albums like that. So you tell us about the live album.
Okay.
Only song that mattered was Tyrone. That's the only song that they played off of this album, the live album.
Yeah. Like I
When
said, I'm not
Tyrone
really,
dropped, I like BT played the video for Tyrone like every day when that came out. So that's the only like song they were playing from the live album.
got you. Well, I'm not really going to be too long with the live album. I'm going to mention a few things, but I got you, fam. So yeah. So this is definitely an album for Aretha. I mean, Erica diehards and whatnot too. So for one, she did a few cover songs. She did Roy Ayers cover of Roy Ayers Searching, which very, very, very dope. Roy Ayers is definitely one of her musical influences and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's definitely one of the pioneers when it comes to that whole neo soul sound. Then she did a medley of Boogie Nights from Heatwave, and she transitioned to the Mary Jane Girls with All Night Long. But it's
Mm,
interesting too because the outro she did Tom Brown's "Funkin' for Jamaica." You know what I'm saying? Which that's a classic funk record, and that's been sampled by a lot of people too. You know what I'm saying? All I'm really gonna say about that song, all I'm really gonna say is Coolio. That's all I'm really gonna say.
yep.
But so yeah, that was I love that man. That's actually my second favorite track on the album. Then she did a cover of the Rufus Stay, which I think that was on their 75 album, I think. Which I know we have to talk about more Rufus albums and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But now the main event, Tyrone. Now this song right here was just one of the best renditions of all. And this was literally just made up on the spot. Literally just made up on
Right.
the spot right here too. I kind of prefer the extended version. You know what I'm saying? I felt like the short version was a bit too short, but it's pretty much just talking about a no good nigga and everything like that too. And the no good nigga pretty much had a homeboy named Tyrone and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And she pretty much supposed to go live with Tyrone and take your shit pretty much. It's been alleged that this was actually about Andre 3000, but Andre he actually denied this song on A Life in a Day of Andre Benjamin and stuff like off the Love Below album and stuff like that too. So yeah, this song right here, this believe it or not, this actually might be my favorite Erykah Badu song in the history and shit like that. This was just fire. This was just raw R&B at its finest, and it's coming from a live album as well too. So oh, and one more thing. This Tyrone was actually nominated as well for best R and female R&B vocal performance, but let's see which Lauryn Hill song it lost to. Do Wop That Thing. Yeah, lost to Do Wop That Thing, which can't get mad about that either. I mean, other nominees was Aaliyah, Are You That Somebody, Aretha Franklin's A Rose Is Still a Rose, and Janet Jackson's I Get Lonely. I mean, damn, damn. But you know, that's that miseducation. That's that Lauryn Hill for you. Yeah, so classic.
Yeah. Great record, man. Yep. Like I said, like that's the song that they were playing from the live album. It was that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great record.
Yeah, it's a beautiful record, Rob. Definitely.
Yep.
All right. So overall, this is a very dope live album. To be real with you, from Erica, I feel like it's a must-have for every collection. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you just love like the Baduizm album, this is definitely like a continuation of it. I'm also give this a 5 out of 5 as well too. So yeah, man, definitely can't wait to get into Mama's Gun next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna have a few announcements before I head out because I gotta get some rest for work tonight. But we definitely gonna come back to your asses on Tuesday and shit too. You know what I'm saying? And we got some heat for y'all. We got this Tuesday at 9 p.m. We got a single offers. She's So Unusual. And we also got the final episode of the Top 100 Rock albums and shit like that too. That's gonna be Tuesday at 9 p.m. And then Wednesday at 5 p.m. we got Christian with the Sireno album. You know, the first and only R&B album from Rockefeller. Am I lying? Or,
Yeah, that's the only one.
wow,
Then they broke up and Alan Anthony went solo.
wow. Alan Anthony. That's the perfect name for him. Definitely.
Rockefeller wasn't good with R&B artists.
I can tell. And also that day, we also have Snoop Dogg with the last meal at 11 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And then this Saturday, we got Def Leppard with Hysteria at 6 p.m. So we got an easy week and shit like that too. What you got going on? Anything you want to mention?
Wednesday, I'm doing a live stream with Rocker Bash at 8 p.m. We'll talk about like the NFL draft and NBA playoffs, shit like that. You know,
Definitely. What time is that?
8.
Got you. Okay. I might tune in if I'm still at home that day and shit. But definitely. But overall, I know the Baduizm is still in print. I know Baduizm is still in print. The live album, you might have a hard time kind of finding it, but it's not expensive. I got this really for like $3 to be real with you. So
That's good.
just gotta know where to look.
Hmm.
Other than that, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.